Blessings, y'all. I am Brandy, and happy Friday again. Happy Friday again. I know it's a little bit late, but it's still Friday. So I hope your day has been amazing. Mine has been amazing in its own way, and it's very special. Oh, Jesus! Today I re-met someone, and I say this, it was so it was so, I'm just gonna use the word amazing. How it happened, and I was trying to keep my coffee cup out the frame, but it's right here. I'm gonna drink some, so you have to excuse me if I take a sip. Blessed God, I ain't had none all day. My maintenance person, one of the maintenance people out here who is just very helpful, saw me leaving, getting ready to leave today, and it's a beautiful thing when people just check on you, make sure that you straight, because you ain't from the area that you in, and even though they ain't either, they've been here longer than you, so just rocking out and making sure that you good. And so just having one of those kind of conversations and checking in and like, how's it going, and woo woo woo, and it was just like, I'm gonna link you with one of my friends that does her out here. And I was just like, yeah, thank you, I need that. And he was just like, yeah, y'all whole vibe is pretty much like the same, and I think that'll be a really good connection, and da da da. Needless to say, fast forward, I went and met her today. I wanted to go meet her before I even tried to make an appointment, and so I went and met her. The blessed part about that is, like, she is literally 5 minutes up the street. Yeah, the shop is literally 5 minutes up the street. I mean, like 5 minutes for real. And went in and met her. Her energy was amazing. It's just those kind of spirits when you meet them, and it's just like she was given it. Man, blessed God. God knows the kind of spirit that you need to meet, and they may not be exactly like you, but it's the goodness of this that recognizes the goodness. And needless to say, I was putting in the number to the shop, so I'd have it in my phone for when I do, And so as I'm putting the number in, on the phones, when you put the number in first before you put the name, I put the number in, and as I hit or get ready to hit add number so I could put her name in, or the shop's name in, her full name pops up on my phone. Full name, first and last name. And so I'm like, hold up, I done met her before. And so by the time, while I'm doing this, she's tending to something else, and she's getting ready to come back to me. So she's tending to something else. And so when she comes back, and she's on her vacation, when she comes back and sits down, and she was just that same personality, like, even on a business tip, when a person who is in a particular business, and I pay attention to things, I don't speak about everything, but when I pay attention to certain things, but when she sat down, she was just like, tell me a little bit about you, and just vibing before we even talked about setting an appointment, whatever the case may be. And I told her, I was like, before we even go there, I said, I'm gonna be honest, like, I just tried to put the number to the shop in, and your name popped up in my phone, like I didn't met you before. And she was just like, I was saying the same thing when I was in the back, like, I don't know what it is, but it seems like I've met her before, man. And it's funny that the guy who, is the maintenance out here, I literally met him like when I moved here, because he was helping to get my gas stuff straightened up, just helpful and just good people. And so the fact that he didn't even know, and like that was his friend, like they've known each other for some years, you know what I'm saying? And he led me back to her, whom I had already met, and I'm still baffled, like, where did I meet her? It was just amazing how it happened. But needless to say, beautiful energy. I'm glad God allowed that to happen. That was one of those literally God moments, because man, she's one of those people that you want to stay connected to. I met some people, and it's just like, it would be good when I met them, and then the next time I see them, it's kind of like this don't even feel like the same person that I met. Like, the energy was good, it was hype, it was beautiful, and then the next time it's kind of like, what had happened? I don't know. And when I get that, I do the pull back. Like, I don't want you to help me with nothing. I'm cool. Cause it just makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uneasy. Nothing that, it just makes me uneasy. So I'm like, I'm good. And I pray against that with her for sure. I pray against that wholeheartedly with her. But blessed God, I've been having one of those moments again with God. I know he probably like, child, look. And I know that's why he sent me to the verse. Now, mind you, I've mentioned to you guys that one of my favorite movies of all time is The Devil's Advocate, okay? Now, mind you, at the very front, Father Jesus, the very beginning of the movie, I didn't realize that they was singing a scripture. They are literally saying what the book is, and then start going into, what some of the scripture actually said. Be innocent of evil. Romans 16, I think it's Romans 16, 19, yeah, Romans 16, 19 says, I didn't know what the heck they were saying. I was just, how something sounds like something, so you just make up your own words. That's what I was doing, blessed God. But anyway, God led me to another verse that basically is stating what I needed to see in her, and it's also a scripture that she quotes at in the movie. And when she quotes it out in the movie, it's a moment in the movie. I'm not gonna give it away for those who haven't seen it, but it's a moment in the movie. And the verse is John 10:27. Yeah, when it's talking about, behold, I send you out as sheep amidst the wolves. And blessed God, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. But we're talking about the sheep. And today, what it was is, I was hearing things. I was hearing his voice. I'm going to say it right. I was hearing his voice. But I was discounting my ability to hear. And I had literally, last night coming in, I met another one of my neighbors. She lives diagonally up under me, if that makes sense, like up under me and across the way. And so after speaking with her last night, briefly coming up the stairs, when I came in, I immediately heard, "You will minister to her." She's a heavier set lady. She's not obese, but she's a heavier set lady. Vanilla sister. And she is a cigarette smoker. And I know how tough it can be to let that go. But God, okay, yeah.